Ready to hunt? Let thunder breach the darkness.
क्या रे भिख मंगिया क्या देख रहा है
I'm fast as fuck, boy. Still fast as fuck, boy.
ये रेड है ना जो ग्रीन के पीछे भाग रहा ये रेड ही है साला इम्पोस्टर इतना तो मैं बोल ही सकता हूँ ये रेड इम्पोस्टर है
ये चुप है
ये रेड इम्पोस्टर है ये ग्रीन के पीछे भाग रहा था मैं उधर से आ रहा था
बच्चे तेरी माँ की चूत
ये पप्पल बोल है
Okay.
Yeah, boy.
Nope. Surprise.
खत्म
Surprise, Surprise. Huh? Oh shit! Oh shit!
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Huh?
Yeah, boy.
Okay.
Mark, I'm up.
Look at this dude. Wait till you see the. No.
2,000 years later. Hug दिया. No, God. Bye. Have a great
Huh?
A few moments later.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Oh my god!
Surprise. Nope.
Bruh, look at this dude.
राम मेरा दूसरा
Funny idea.
Wait till you see the. Bruh. No.
You have how fast I am? Bye, have a great time.
Bruh. Oh shit!
Shadows play. Not fine. I can't get no peace of mind.
ये रेड ही है चला पोस्टर इतना तो मैं बोल ही सकता हूँ
Great love. Great miracle.
ये रेड पोस्टर
Yeah, too bad.
ये रेड
We all know the world can be a very unfair place, but for some people, jail ending thought could be illegal can get you slapped with a life sentence. Let's open our casebook and find out how that's possible, as we look at some of the harshest punishments doled out for the smallest of crimes. Court of Convicts. Oh, there's
Did someone call a doctor?
This is Click to Move, a Roblox feature that's often overlooked, but is actually overpowered in certain situations. The first version of this feature was a simple
Let
green
thunder
circle, which you'll probably
breach the
remember played
darkness.
between April 2007 and December 2012. It was most useful for navigating areas that were invisible, but it turns out you didn't actually need the green circle to do that. After being gone for a few years, Click to Move was quietly re-added in mid-2015, but this new sphere version was kinda scuffed, and it would stay that way until October 2017, when an upgraded pathfinding system was implemented into Click to Move. This is pretty much the version that's used today, and as long as there aren't any kill bricks, it can immediately find the correct path, even if everything's invisible, as well as instantly solve giant mazes. I used it in one of my old games recently, and it revealed an invisible ladder, which I wasn't gonna find otherwise, and that's why I think Click to Move is one of the more underrated features. This is Click to Move, a Roblox feature that's often overlooked, but
In Super Mario 64, the backwards long jump is a pivotal speedrunning tool. Among many other skips, you can long jump backwards up a flight of stairs to get to a Bowser fight early. Has anyone ever had the urge to bring the backwards long jump to Super Mario 3D Land? Anyone? To recreate this magic in 3D Land, I set out for the tallest flight of Bowser stairs I could find, then backwards long jumped up it. Not as game-breaking as 64, but still pretty cool. In Super Mario 64, the backwards long jump is a pivotal speedrunning tool. Among many other skips, you can long jump backwards up a flight of stairs to get to a
You guess the Disney characters by their eyes. Prove you are the ultimate Disney fan. First one, let's go. This boy was scared of his mom because he didn't want to show her that he failed the test. When his mom took the test paper from him and saw his poor grades, she got mad and wanted to scold him. But suddenly, she remembered something. She remembered back in the day when she failed a test and gave the test paper to her mom, and how her mom got mad and scolded her. She realized how terrible that feeling was and didn't want her son to feel that way. So she hugged him and told him she had an idea. She started spending more time helping him study, and when he took the test again, they both started celebrating because his grades were very high. And if you love your mom, subscribe. This boy was scared of his mom because he didn't want to show her. Did you know the USA?
Luigi does some really weird stuff in Super Mario Bros. Wonder. And that could mean that the character is not as good as he seems. You surely remember the meme in Mario Kart 8 where Luigi passes other drivers and looks at them with a murderous look on his face, as if you haven't liked this video and he would like to hurt you very much. In fact, in Super Paper Mario, he confronted his brother Mario because he was actually in love with a princess, although in the end he said he was possessed. In Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Luigi's the only character who goes around with a sour face everywhere. Are you one of those who believes that Luigi is hiding something and actually hates Super Mario? Luigi does some welcome.
The number you have dialed is not available at present. Please leave your message after the beep.
Yeah, trendsetter. Whoa, league of my own, it don't get better. No, read what I wrote, I'm a bestseller.
The number you have dialed is not available at present. Please leave your message after the beep.
Yeah, trendsetter. Whoa, league of my own, it don't get better. No, read what I wrote, I'm a bestseller.
The number you have dialed is not available at present.
练习2年半的灌篮少年，然后莎莎幸存者新增双人组局模式，双人联手爽快割草，双倍快乐。如果一方倒地，好友帮忙复活，关键时刻抱紧大腿吧。新 boss 是练习了关草莎莎你在一个然双帮忙手5年半的灌篮少年，然后莎莎幸存者新增双人组局模式，双人联手爽快割草，双倍快乐。如果一方倒地，好友帮忙复活，关键时刻抱紧大腿吧。新 boss 是练习2年半的坤坤，有点强怎么办？练习2年半，出现人传人现象，许多小怪也传。穿上背带裤了，新增31至35关卡，和你的好友打困不，一起通关吧。组队游戏还能获得尖叫级背包，练习2年半不如抱大腿。一起新增31至现象强好友帮忙，背2单键幸存冠一起玩年组局魔倒地，新便穿上打困练习一起通关吧。组队游戏还能获得尖叫级背包，练习2年半不如抱大腿，还能获得尖叫级背包，练习2年半至35关卡，和你的好友打困不。
Another name off the list.
还能获得尖叫少年，然后莎莎幸存者新增双人组局模式，双人联手爽快割草，双倍者来气玩耍，还邂逅了一位练习2小伙，在一个美丽的下午，有很多小伙在一个美丽的下午，有很多小伙伴陪你一起玩耍。邂逅了一位练习2年半的灌篮少年，然后莎莎幸存者新增双人组局模式，双人联手爽快割草，双倍快乐。如果一方倒地，好友帮忙复活，关键时刻抱紧大腿吧。新 boss 是练习2年半的坤坤，有点强怎么办？练习2年半，出现人传人现象，许多小怪也穿上背带裤了。新增31至35关卡，和你的好友打困不，一起通关吧。组队游戏还能获得尖叫级背包，练习2年半不如抱大腿。邂逅了一位练习双抱，出现增31至35关卡，和你的好友打困不，一起通关吧。 组队游戏还能获得尖叫鸡背包，练习2年半不如抱大腿。背包不啦，习2年半出现人传，能这么多小可你的尖。在一个美丽的下对，快割草，双倍快乐，变强许多小可你的金背包，练习2年半，安吧，1至35游戏能获得尖叫鸡背包，练习一起同伴。
守卫要在比比班。
在一个美丽的下午，有很多小伙伴陪你一起玩耍，还邂逅了一位练习2年半的灌篮少年，然后莎莎幸存者新增双人组局模式，双人联手爽快割草，双倍快乐。如果敌方倒地，好友帮忙复活，关键时刻抱紧大腿吧。新 boss 是练习2年半的坤坤，有点强怎么办？练习2年半出现人传人现象，小怪也穿上背带裤了。新增31至35关卡，和你的好友打困不，一起通关吧。组队游戏还能获得尖叫鸡背包，练习2年半不如抱大腿。入侵太空飞船，请各船员加入莎莎幸存者组织，解锁技能扫除怪物。在保护飞船之前，要先变大变强，通过角色强化升级，提升自身能力，升级解锁专属技能。盐靠衣装，沙靠精装，有武装备少不了，可装备6个部位的装备，提升战斗力。武器、头部和手套可控制攻击。衣服、腰带和鞋子可控制生命值，每个装备有对应属性词条和等，可以激活天赋，增加攻击、生命、防御减伤和恢复等属性。需要以上变强套。紧急通知：一大波怪物入侵太空飞船，请各船员加入莎莎幸存者组织，解锁技能。
没有什么能阻止我们抵达目的地。
按配合我填恢复强开始战。刚成功的内在天赋能力变得更强，大头怪物入侵太空飞船，请各船员。 加入莎莎幸存者组织，解锁技能扫除怪物。在保护飞船之前，要先变大变强，通过角色强化升级，提升自身能力，升级解锁专属技能。人靠衣装，杀靠金装，核武装备少不了。可装备6个部位的加入莎莎幸存，要升级解锁专属技能。人靠衣装，杀靠金装，核武装备少不了。可装备6个部位的装备，提升战斗力。武器、头部和手套可控制攻击，衣服、腰带和鞋子可控制生命值。每个装备有对应属性词条和等级，可通过装备合成进行装备等级和品质升级，提升对应属性。通过副食等属性大变大，提升装备6个，每个装备控备6化各种紧急通知，一大波怪物入侵太空飞船，请各船员加入莎莎幸存者组织，解锁技能扫除怪物。在保护飞船之前，要先变大变强，通过角色强化升级，提升自身能力，升级解锁专属技能。人靠衣装，杀靠金装，核武装备少不了。可装备6个部位的装备，提升战斗力。武器、头部和手套可控制攻击，对应属为最高级。可通过装备合成进行装备等级和品质升级，提升对应属性。通过提升内在天赋能力，你还可以变得更强。消耗金币或天赋时，可以激活天赋，增加攻击。请各船员加入莎莎幸存者组织，解锁技能扫除怪物。在保护飞船之前，要先变大变强，通过角色强化升级，提升自身能力，升级解锁专属技能。人靠衣装，杀靠金装。要阻止大波怪物入侵太空飞船，请各船员加入莎莎幸存者组织，解锁技能扫除怪物。在保护飞船之前，要先变大变强，通过角色强化升级衣装，提升腰带等级，通过可认手能通导出飞船，请各船员加入莎莎幸存者组织，解锁技能扫除怪物。在保护飞船之前，升装备上路时为6个等级不能和天赋装备号码。在装备等级和品质升级，提升对应属性。通过提升内在天赋能力，紧急通知，大波怪物入侵太空飞船，
我喜欢你。
莎莎幸存者组织，解锁技能扫除怪物。在保护飞船之前，要先变大变强，通过角色强化升级，提升自身能力，升级解锁专属技能。人靠衣装，杀靠金装，核武装备少不了。装备6个部位的装备，提升战斗力。武器、头部和手套可控制攻击，衣服、腰带和鞋子可控制生命值。每个装备有对应属性词条和等级，按照颜色可分为6个等级，红色为最高级。可通过装备合成进行装备等级和品质升级，提升对应属性。通过提升内在天赋能力，你还可以变得更强。消耗金币或天赋时，可以激活天赋，增加攻击、生命、防御减伤和恢复等属性。需要以上变强套餐的船员，可前往对应商场领取。所谓闯关模式和对战模式持续开发中，现在就开始变大变强，杀到最后吧！各船员已经准备完毕，马上出发！
Hey everyone, it's Derby from Blue Television Games, back with some more Mario Builder 64. If you missed my first video on this game, it is essentially a 3D Mario Maker where you can make your own Super Mario 64 levels. Today we'll be checking out levels created by other people. Let's go ahead and get started. The first level we're going to check out today is Luigi and the Haunted Lighthouse. Spooky. Oh, we act Luigi. Let's Super Mario Head 64 is essentially a 3D Mario Maker where you can make your own Super Mario 64 levels. Today we'll be checking out levels created by other people. Let's go ahead and get started. The first level we're going to check out today is Luigi and the Haunted Lighthouse. Spooky. Level we're going to created by others. Luigi and the go ahead and get started. Today we'll be checking out levels created by other people. Let's go ahead and get started. The first level we're going to check out today is Luigi and the Haunted Lighthouse. Spooky. Oh, we actually get to play as Luigi.
You got the brittle burden. You take double damage.
Double damage? Mamma mia, indeed. Whee! Okay, let's see what we need. Oh, there's a coin in this boo. You know what I think of boos with coins in them? That right there. All right, we have to find 4 stars. We need 8 red coins and 80 coins. Sounds pretty easy. Luigi. Let's Super Mario Head 64 is essentially a 3D Mario Maker where you can make your own Super Mario 64 levels. Today we'll be checking Mario. Oh, we act Luigi. Let's Super Mario 64 levels. Today we'll be checking out levels created by other people. Let's go ahead and get started.
Staring at the blank page before you. Open up the dirty window. Let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find. Read. Staring at the blank page before. For you, open up the dirty window. Let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find. Read. Staring at the blank page.
बहुत पैसा है मेरे पास।
अभी भी मेरे से मैं यहाँ पे भी मेरे उसको पे करके किल पे स्पैम करता हूँ, तभी लाइटें ऑन हो जाती है, मैं स्पैम करना बंद कर देता हूँ और पिंक ने लाइट कंप्लीट करके होता है। अभी मैं कंप्लीट कर पे डॉक्टर है क्योंकि अभी मीटिंग नहीं है मेरे से कमेंट तरफ जा रही है। मैं उनको चुके हैं लेने वाला मैं उस तरह लवर्स देख रहा हूँ अब वो यहाँ पे मैं गेम ही खत्म हो जाता है, दूसरी गेम यहाँ पे स्टार्ट हो जाती है और गेम में इस बार ब्लैक चेक आया हुआ है। तो मैं यहाँ पे टास्क कंप्लीट करने वाला था लेकिन मैंने यहाँ पे रहने दिया और बार सबको देख रहा हूँ कि कौन किधर जा रहा है और मैं जा रहा हूँ वेपन्स में क्योंकि वहाँ पे मेरा वेपन्स वाला टास्क है। लाइट ऑफ हो चुकी है, मैं यहाँ पे एक बार रोल चेक कर रहा हूँ। काइडो ग्लूटोनियम स्पाई है, बेटर भी आया हुआ है। मैं यहाँ फटाफट यहाँ पे अपना एस्ट्रो वाला टास्क कंप्लीट कर देता हूँ और अपनी किल एबिलिटी चार्ज कर देता हूँ। अब यहाँ पे लाइट ऑन होने का मैं वेट करता हूँ। तभी लाइटें आ जाती है तो अब मैं जा रहा हूँ मेडवे की तरफ क्योंकि गेम में जब भी ब्लैक चेक आता है तो वो ना मेडवे में डॉक्टर का इंतजार कर रहा होता है डॉक्टर को केस लेने के लिए। तो मैं यहाँ पे मेडवे में जा रहा हूँ कि मेडवे में कौन कौन है, लेकिन यहाँ पे कोई नहीं था, मतलब कि बीजे कहीं और ही घूम रहा है। तो फिर मैं सिक्योरिटी की तरफ चला जाता हूँ और लोल मेरा ही कलर लेकिन पर्पल को यहाँ पे मारने ही जा रहा था तभी ब्राउन की डेड बॉडी रिपोर्ट हो जाती है।
पिंक ने येलो को खा लिया कैमरे के सामने।
क्या बात कर रहे
हैं? मैं तुम्हारा काइडो था, ठीक है ना? मैंने ब्राउन का रोल ले किया और मेरे को नहीं पता ब्राउन वो किसने मारा।
जो येलो तुम्हारा एक इम्पोस्टर था उसने मारा ब्राउन को, मैंने उसको खा लिया।
ये तो लेटेस्ट न्यूज़ है।
माइक में मैं बोलता हूँ कि भाई कर दो पिंक को वोट और पिंक के बाद पर्पल को कर देना क्योंकि पर्पल अपना गेम का स्पाई है। तो भाई यहाँ पे ग्लूटोनी ने ब्लैक चेक को ही खा लिया और ये पर्पल अपना स्पाई है। तो मैं यहाँ पे अब पर्पल को मारने वाला हूँ। नहीं पर्पल को मैं अपनी स्किन का एनिमेशन मैं यहाँ पे पर्पल को थम्स अप दिखा रहा हूँ कि चलो भाई 60 में जाके टास्क करेंगे।
ये क्या होता है?
पर्पल ने यहाँ पे लाइटें गायब कर दी है और पर्पल का और मेरा एक ही टास्क है और वो टास्क है किल करने का। मेरा कूलडाउन हो चुका है, मैं यहाँ पे किल पे स्पैम कर रहा हूँ, जंप भी ऑन कर दिया और लोल यहाँ पे किल नहीं हो रहा है और फाइनली यहाँ पे किल होके गेम भी खत्म हो जाती है।
तो क्या नाचोगे?
वेट, ये कौन दिखाता है? ये देखो
तेरी दादागिरी निकाल दूंगा मैं।
आज की तीसरी गेम स्टार्ट हो जाती है और रोल्स की बात करूँ तो आर्सोनिस्ट, स्नाइपर और अग्रावंस किया होगा। मैं भी यहाँ पे फटाफट से अपना फैन क्लीन वाला टास्क करता हूँ और फिर जाऊंगा स्टोरेज में और वहाँ से अपना कचरा क्लियर कर दूंगा। और अभी यहाँ पे कोई आया था लेकिन उसको मैं दिखा नहीं क्योंकि वो भी स्पेस ग्रो होगा और लाइट ऑफ में उसको को भी नहीं दिखा होगा और वो चला गया। तो मैं यहाँ पे डाउन साइड पे ब्राउन की बैठ लूंगा। डाउन यहाँ पे मैं नहीं किया अपने ऑन पे और इससे लाइट ऑन करके और फिर और मेरे साथ यहाँ पे की वाला टास्क करने के लिए ग्रीन और पर्पल आते हैं। तो ये दोनों अभी के लिए सेफ है और मैं यहाँ पे ग्रीन के साथ ही रुकता हूँ और जैसे ग्रीन चला जाता है मैं उसके पीछे पीछे चला जाता हूँ और तभी लाइटें ऑन हो जाती है और तभी यहाँ पे येलो दिखता है जो उल्टी डायरेक्शन में भाग रहा है और वो ड्राइव वाला टास्क करने के लिए जा रहा है। ब्राउन यहाँ पे नीचे टास्क कर रहा है। गोल्डन ने भी वहाँ पे टास्क किया था और सियान आता है। भाई सियान की हरकतें ठीक नहीं लगती। मैं यहाँ पे ग्रीन के पीछे पीछे चला जाता हूँ और तभी यहाँ पे ऑन करने के लिए टास्क ही मरा हुआ है। मतलब गेम का दूसरा शरीफ यहाँ पे किसी पे ट्राई लेके मर चुका है और ऑरेंज यहाँ पे घूमे जा रहा है। ऑरेंज पे मेरा सस है और तभी यहाँ पे रिएक्टर का सैबोटाज आ जाता है। लेकिन मैं यहाँ पे सबको ढूंढ रहा हूँ कि भाई बंदे किधर गए हैं, लेकिन कोई बंदा यहाँ पे दिखाई नहीं दे रहा है और गेम में काटने वाला तो अभी एक ही रोल है अंडरटेकर का। मैं यहाँ पे राइट वाले रिएक्टर ठीक करने के लिए जाता हूँ। फिर याद आया कि भाई ऑरेंज लेबोरेटरी की तरफ गया है और यहाँ पे लेबोरेटरी में कोई मेरे आगे जा रहा है। मतलब कि मेडवे में डॉक्टर बॉडी लेके गया होगा और इम्पोस्टर वहाँ पे मारने के लिए गए होंगे और तभी यहाँ पे रेड ने ब्राउन को मार दिया। वो इस गेम का डॉक्टर था तो मैं यहाँ पे रेड को मार देता हूँ और जैसे ही रेड को मारा यहाँ पे ग्रीन ने येलो की डेड बॉडी रिपोर्ट कर दी। लोल 4 बंदे कब मर गए जिसमें से रेड तो एक इम्पोस्टर था।
एक इम्पोस्टर तो मर गया, एक इम्पोस्टर तो मर गया। हाँ सुनो, ये जो बॉल था वो तुम्हारा वो क्या कहते हैं अंडरटेकर था जो मर चुका है। मैं बेटर हूँ, ठीक है।
कुछ भी
माइक लेके मैं बोलता हूँ कि भाई मैं ही शेरिफ हूँ। मैंने ही मारा है ग्रीन के सामने एक इम्पोस्टर को। चैट में सब लोग ऑरेंज को बोल रहे थे तो मैंने भी यहाँ पे ऑरेंज को वोट कर दिया। 0 इम्पोस्टर यानी गेम यहाँ पे खत्म हो जाती है। तो आई होप गाइस आज आपको ये डेजर्ट रेंजर शेरिफ की गेम पे वीडियो पसंद आई होगी। नहीं पसंद आई है तो वापस से देख लेना और फिर लाइक कर देना। तो मिलते हैं गाइस अगली वीडियो में, तब तक के लिए सी या। कंप्यूटर यानी गेम यहाँ पे खत्म हो जाती है। तो आई होप गाइस आज आपको ये डेजर्ट रेंजर शेरिफ की गेम पे वीडियो पसंद आई होगी। नहीं पसंद आई है तो वापस से देख लेना और फिर लाइक कर देना। तो मिलते देखते हैं आज आप पसंद आई होगी। नहीं तो मिलते हैं गाइस वीडियो में, तब तक के डेजर्ट रेंजर यानी कि शेरिफ की होने वाली है और मैं यहाँ पे टास्क देखकर जा ही रहा था तो अभी हनी भी मेरे से
अमीर आदमी देखा नहीं कि
0 इम्पोस्टर यानी गेम यहाँ पे खत्म हो जाती है। तो आई होप गाइस आज आपको ये टिक कर देना ऐसी
We will not fear the puny imposter.
आज की वीडियो होने वाली है स्नाइपर की और इस गेम में मेरा साथ देने वाला है पिंक। गेम यहाँ पे स्टार्ट हो चुकी है और रूल्स चेक करने से पहले मैं यहाँ पे कैफेटेरिया का डोर क्लोज करता हूँ और आपने अगर नोटिस किया होगा तो मैं यहाँ पे अपना जिमिक एनर्जी ड्रिंक लेके आया हूँ और फिर एक बार रोल भी चेक करता हूँ तो बेटर मेरा ही फेक रोल है, मतलब कि बेटर किल नहीं होने वाला है। और यहाँ पे मैं अब ड्रिंक मारने वाला हूँ और मेरा पार्टनर यहाँ पे लाइट ऑफ का सेवोटास दे देता है और तभी यहाँ पे मैं अपना एक एनर्जी ड्रिंक मार देता हूँ और वेपन्स की साइड बहुत सारे बंदे गए थे तो मैं यहाँ पे कैफेटेरिया की वैन के पास आके स्नाइप करने ही वाला था। तभी यहाँ पे टाइम मास्टर ने टाइम रिवाइंड किया और सब लोग पीछे चले गए। तो यहाँ पे मेरा स्नाइप किल अब फेल हो चुका है। तो ऑरेंज यहाँ पे एफ के खड़ा था तो मैं ऑरेंज को मार के यहाँ से भाग जाता हूँ और फिर अपना एक ड्रिंक मार देता हूँ और तभी यहाँ पे मेडल में से ग्रीन और व्हाइट उतरते हैं और वाइट बॉडी की तरफ गए तो मुझे लगा वाइट डॉक्टर होगा तो मैं एक बार चेक करता हूँ तो ओके वाइट यहाँ पे बॉडी लेके आ गया है। अब ऑरेंज यहाँ पे रिवाइव हुए उससे पहले मुझे यहाँ पे डॉक्टर को स्नाइप करके मारना होगा और ग्रीन यहाँ पे सिक्योरिटी में बैठा है तो यहाँ पे मैं स्नाइप नहीं कर सकता, मुझे यहाँ पे अपर इंजन में जाना होगा और तभी लाइट ऑन हो जाती है। मैं अपना ड्रिंक मार देता हूँ। अब यहाँ पे मैं डोर क्लोज करने ही वाला था तभी यहाँ पे व्हाइट ने मीटिंग बुला दी। येलो और रेड दोनों ही मर चुके थे और वेट ऑरेंज
हक दिया
ये ऑरेंज है, ऑरेंज मारा था तो उसको पूछ लो कि कौन है। मैंने उसको ये किया, मैं डॉक्टर
was returned. Unharmed to its rightful owner, and the clumsy criminal was sent to hospital before being charged for his crimes. Man, this guy doesn't sound like he could be trusted with a sea monkey, let alone a puppy. Champagne. At the border of the Russian city of Yakutsk sits a great monument to mark the city limits. On one August afternoon in 2015, a crowd of revelers was partying there, but they weren't giving the artwork the respect it deserves.
没有什么能阻止我们抵达目的。
Oi, 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 Insani. Você. Nossa, de volta na porra. Você. O áudio saiu duplicado. Transformers. Aí essa daqui. Te aguarda. Você está. Essa você tem que pedir. Pode aqui. Aí vou ficar chateando.
Gente, é o marrom. É o marrom. Eu vi ele embarcando.
Eu sou a abelha, aí eu tava no vermelho.
Eu sou encanadora aí, vou botar bomba em algum lugar. Eu sou vigia, tá? E é isso, eu sou vigia. Estou na enfermaria, que eu sou louca.
Verde e laranja.
我再也不用躲躲藏藏了。
Laughing death? They both stutter in my presence.
这枚硬币将决定我的命运。
This bullet is your ticket to hell.
You dare to disturb my conjuration. Endless fleet, endless cruise, and I will always be.
Why so? Now, who is the real joke?
Ready yourself, little Cruz. I am here.
Surrender or perish.
These fools won't know what hit them.
Surrender or perish.
来之不易的胜利。
These fools won't know what hit them.
Surrender or perish.
few minutes later.
Hello there.
In 2019, a random dev made a small Roblox game expecting nothing, but to his surprise, this marked the beginning of the highest-rated game with a massive community, many historical moments, and more. But to find out how this happened, we need to go back 7 years ago, when a player by the name of MyGame43 published his first successful Roblox game. For years upon years, he spent hours on game after game, only for them to die out. So after getting players on his biggest project yet, he was delighted. Still far from #1 though. But with the gameplay matching some of his biggest games nowadays, you can tell he's a man with a plan. But after working on the game for 2 years non-stop, MyGame thought of an idea that would change everything. You see, around this time was when games like Pet Sim, Bubblegum Sim, and Public Bathroom Sim always got praise. And knowing how to build cool games, MyGame had the brilliant idea to make a whole new group to create his own parkour sim. And of course, the game went crazy. That wasn't meant to happen. The issue with most simulators is that they get boring fast, and Parkour Sim was no exception. So at this point, he had option A and option B. He can either abandon Parkour Sim to grow his already beloved game. Smart choice. Yeah, that sounds good. Or completely scrap both to make a new game that'll likely fail if it's garbage. Wait, why would he do that? Considering his dream is to own the most popular game, there's no way he's doing this alone. Let's hope he makes the right choice. But while he decides his fate, let us meet our second main character, Rip Indra. Throughout these years, Indra has been like a brother to MyGame, helping him with games before they even got players. And just like MyGame, he's determined to make something great. So remember him for later. It's 2019 already? New year, new achievements, right? Well, not really, because their main game randomly stopped updating. Players were getting impatient, and with their projects fading away, you may think that MyGame and Indra gave up. But it's the complete opposite. Using the group they made for Parkour Sim, the two of them worked for months on a new game, Block Speed, which is set to release in a month. The game is a combination of their last two, so it had to be good, and they knew the fans would love it.
How original. That game sucks. No, just no. What about Elemental? Update Element. Can you update Element?
What? Although the game wasn't out yet, players weren't happy. All they cared about was an update for Elemental Battlegrounds. Bloxpiece's release can either go well, or embarrassingly horrible, making months of work and sacrifice for nothing. But if you truly want to be the best, you must always push forward. On June 7th, Bloxpiece finally released. You cyberbully these guys for money to buy fruits, which gives you powers in battle. The first players have joined, ready to adventure. Although their game was very simple, the pioneers somehow found ways to break it not even a day later. Like this guy rapidly switching his weapon, which somehow combines them. This may look like a bad thing at first, but these kinds of glitches make the game more enjoyable, which may help it grow later on. However, to be considered the #1 game, it needs to achieve all these goals. If My Game and Indra want that title, they needed to play their cards right. Instead of something basic like a new egg, they added new fruits to the game, each with their own abilities. And to make grinding more fun, they also added 3 new islands, and each with their own enemies, helping players level up. Progress was being made, but all these updates would be useless if people didn't care. Thankfully, the players had other goals in mind. With money, you can buy the best fruits, weapons, and fighting styles, which were very fun to fight with. So to keep the game more alive, players kept finding strange ways to make money. Remember the islands I showed you before? Well, this one in particular led to a cool discovery. By simply going to this temple, breaking in, and running in circles, you can farm up to $7,000 per minute. Speaking of money, the devs were making tons of it, thanks to their special strategy. Instead of being like most devs and making random updates, they actually let us choose the updates. You gotta give people what they want. This went on for months, where more challenges, weapons, fruits, and even mysteries were rolled in. The community built hype around those with fun glitches, speedruns to max level, and long hunts for insanely rare weapons. You had a reason to play. The devs even redid a bunch of fruits to make the game more fresh. Everything seemed to be going well until... It's November, and the game hasn't updated in 3 months. Is Bloxpiece just another abandoned Roblox project? Well, let's find out.
Today's the big day. I've been working for 3 months on this update, and it'll be the best thing anyone can feast their eyes upon. Here we go.
Welcome to the second sea. We got 5 new islands, a new level cap, a factory that gives you free fruits when raided, and of course new weapons. But best of all, they made a new rarity, mythical item, which made players spend hundreds of hours to get them. A great game must keep players playing. Like this guy spending 1 day straight, grinding for fruits in a new factory, and this other guy speedrunning for 2 days for max level, which sets the stage for even bigger mega projects. With a whole new realm of new locations, we're bound to have memorable moments bringing the game to life, which we're gonna go over with the help of our sponsor, World of Tanks. With over 800 tanks and countless ways to crush your enemies, the game will always feel fresh, unlike Bloxpiece at the time. I forgot to mention, the game was a complete copy of One Piece, so it was renamed to Bloxfruits. Yeah, that sounds good. Every tank has 7 visibility checkpoints and 2 view range ports, which pretty much stalks your enemies with these rays. But don't get too close, because otherwise you'll need more armor and turrets to keep yourself safe. Speaking of armor, more accessories are added to the game, which players combine with fruits, allowing them to achieve immortality. Nah, that's just broken. But despite armor being strong, they're weak compared to these guns that obliterate even the strongest tank armor, reminding me of this next historical moment. The new world also came with the dough fruit. By using its roller move, then sitting down, you can obliterate your enemies with fruit, and while rolling at the speed of light. And just like Roblox, anyone can play for free on PC. So download World of Tanks right now with the link below. Not only will you get tons of credits, 7 days of premium, a tier 6 tank, and 3 rental ones, I'll also give a new player 10,000 Robux. You don't want to miss it. Now if you can excuse me, I have a story to continue. It's mid-2020, and with the game being completely revamped, the updates had to stand out, because otherwise... Their first move was to add a huge new area, then build a lab on top that allows players to simulate raids. These raids come in handy because they give you fragments to awaken your fruits, basically a buffed version of them. But a smart move the devs made was starting their own channel. Not only did they leak future updates to build hype, they also filmed questionable videos, like My Game obliterating 5 admins with the new Quick Fruit Awaken, with over 9,000 levels, then gets one-shotted by Indra's special admin powers, and all for a good 3 million views. clips of admins trolling, as well as the new features, brought insane traffic to the game. So the admins trolled even more by spawning a bunch of deadly sea beasts in someone's video, as well as showing off even more secret abilities you can only dream of having. Speaking of abilities, the community got so strong to the point where they would do anything for a good fruit. Like if you went on eBay and searched up blocks fruits, there's people selling accounts for ridiculous prices. $400 for a dough fruit, why do people buy this stuff? But on the flip side, we had people like the Great Ace, dedicating his life to rolling hundreds of fruits, just to give them all away like a Giga Chat. The next few months were pretty good. I mean, updates were kinda slow cause they only released every 6 months, but that doesn't mean the game was abandoned. The admins did mini updates to keep players hyped, like raising the max level and bounty which you get from killing players, adding a small island to the second sea, and funniest of all, making custom ranks you earn for killing YouTubers in game. With great game mechanics and a solid fan base, the team decided to work on their biggest update yet.
She took my life once, yet I returned with the power of hell.
At this point, Blocks Fruits was a cinematic universe, with 3 massive connected worlds and many new fruits in a new update. But we still have a problem. With the game being one step closer to number 1, we're bound to have bad apples. You see, this whole time, the game didn't have trading. All you could do is drop your fruit and pray they trade you back. So in the update, the devs made a safe trading system. Each fruit had an official value, so you know if you're getting scammed. I don't know how much this helped, but it did make players go ballistic. Around this time, my game in India did something clever. The game was very competitive and players always compared them. So to gather attention, they 1v1 with admin commands on a massive YouTuber's live stream. New. It's a new year, and when I say the game was making progress, I mean it. Cause history was being made left and right. For the first time, players broke Roblox itself. No, not just by crashing Roblox with a high player count. Every world had a level requirement, but players found a way to break into the third sea without a high enough level. By sailing to this island, beating up the Rip Indra boss and rejoining, the servers would break and somehow let you win. But the game's success was not only from glitches, but mega projects too. Remember the guy who gave away hundreds of fruits? Well, that same guy spent days making 100 accounts just to farm all these fruits to give away. Like, this is crazy. But unfortunately, the game trolled him, deleting lots of progress. But the game itself was progressing amazingly. Of course, we have the occasional screw-up, like this glitch, where quests gave 10 times more XP than usual. But with fruit designs being out of this world and players constantly pushing the limits, the devs were ready for their biggest challenge yet. But to do this, they needed help from their trusty friend. Yeah, let me explain. While players were messing around, the devs spent a year on a 4-part update. Most notably, the new mythical leopard fruit, which players fell in love with. Knowing how strong the fruit is, they invented an interesting speedrun. You start with the worst fruit, then slowly trade up to leopard. This creative idea, along with many other parts of the update, brought many weird glitches and memorable moments, leading the game to 1 million players and 10 billion visits. At this point, most people would just relax and celebrate on their own. But you already know, the devs weren't most people. Instead, they made an entire event. You earn confetti to buy OP fruit, not only to celebrate how far the game has come, but to also attract and help new players. And big surprise, players made this into another way to grind non-stop. Like, come on guys, relax a bit. Oh, and speaking of new players, 2 of them were these random guys.
I've spent days upon days playing block fruit. I'm max level.
Chandler, look, you are an absolute sweat.
Now we're in the current year, with viral events like an admin trolling a hacker live.
Get out of here, Mar. Get her done.
YouTubers messing with admin, and this guy again, rolling fruits for an entire month straight, and a future update that'll literally glow up the game. The community is stronger than ever. I guess hard work does pay off, but lots of the success came from players and devs just having a good time and messing around. I guess it wouldn't be fair to call a single game number 1. Big or small, they all have something special to offer. If a game is number 1 in our hearts, that's worth more than any fame it'll have.
There is so much to do in Blocks Fruits, but there's also things that have never been done before. So we're gonna test the most insane experiment that not many have tried. Also, with 500,000, I'll give away 50,000 Robux, so consider subscribing. It's free and it helps a ton. It's not too often that a new fruit gets released, but this Christmas, the snow fruit has been added. Players have been saying that it's one of the best in the game, so we're gonna review it. The Snowflake ability has good range and damage. Tornado is kinda hard to control, but it's decently fast. Whiteout is good if your aim sucks. The Howling Wind is pretty much whiteout but better. And finally, the Blizzard, the best of them all, with massive range and insane damage. I give this fruit a 9. Not the best, but I recommend it for combat. Whenever you finish a raid, you get sent to this box, but I always wonder, is it possible to no-clip out of it? No clipping in this game is fairly easy. You buy a flashlight at the frozen village, go to a wall, turn your camera and press R. Now let's see if it works with the raid box.
Laughing death? They both stutter in my presence.
And it did, but I'm below the whole map. It's kinda hard to get back in, so I'm kinda screwed. But hey, at least the experiment worked. I've always wondered what it's like to have multiple fighting styles at once, but reasonably, it's not possible. But I think there's a way to bypass this. You first need to use a fighting style ability that'll last long enough, then switch to another fighting style. I guess overheat could work. It does last for half a minute. Use the ability, learn the skill, and now I have both fighting styles. Electric plus the dark step overheat. The control fruit is known for moving the biggest things in the game, like trees, bridges, you name it. But I wonder how high I can lift an object. To run this experiment, we're gonna need something that we can lift and ride. Alright, so we're gonna press Z, press X, and get in the boat. Now we let go, and we're off. So it's been a fat minute, and we're still flying. I'm pretty sure this boat will infinitely fly. What a strong fruit. And there it goes. Yeah, that's a scary fall. The door fruit, portal fruit, recently got an update and it's way cooler now. But that's not the main thing here. The portal fruit is one of the buggiest things in the game. So we're gonna see if older glitches still work, despite the new changes. The first glitch is the lava walk glitch. You stand still after teleporting onto lava, negating the fire damage. Door gateway is now replaced with world warp, so we're gonna use that instead. And now I'm fire resistant. The glitch still works. I like how lava is safe and water isn't. The second glitch is the invisible doors glitch. A popular bug where you use the door X move, stand still, and you'll be invisible to your enemies. The X move is replaced with parallel escape. Same thing, different design. Use the X move, stand still, and I'm invisible. Let's go. I guess some things never change. A few months ago, there was a door glitch where you can sail on land. That's Blox Fruit's logic for you. By doing all these things shown on screen, you can break the laws of physics. But let's see if it works with World Warp. Buy a boat, use the ability, sit in the boat, and teleport. And we're stuck in this area. I can't even move the ship right now. Well, now we know this glitch has been fixed. The paw fruit is one of the best when it comes to range, because I've heard a lot of people say the heavy paw ability has infinite range and zero limit. So we're gonna see if that's true. First, a cross snap shot. I don't know if this will hit. And it actually did. I'm surprised it didn't despawn, like any other projectile would. Now an island to island shot. All these hours of grinding the Arsenal shooting challenge has led to this moment. And we actually hit him. I guess paw fruit does have infinite range. In every single sea, there's a dealer cousin. You basically give him money for a chance of getting a really good fruit or an awful one. Basically showing children how to gamble. But does being in a higher sea give you better luck? First, we're gonna roll a fruit in the first sea. And we got Kilo, the worst fruit in the game. So this might actually be true. Now we're gonna roll in the third sea. And there's the cooldown. And I got the revive fruit, which isn't bad. There's really no way to confirm this experiment, but according to the wiki, they're all the same person with the same odds. We're gonna assume the sea doesn't matter, for now. When it comes to damage, Magma Awaken is probably one of the best, but I wonder how much damage it can do. We're gonna fight some NPCs to see how strong Magma is. And just so you know, my Blox Fruit is at max level, so this will be good. We did 40,000 damage in one hit, which is enough to one-shot max health. Now that's a lot of damage. You know what will be funny? An infinite portal loop, like the ones you see in movies. But I wonder if that's possible with the door fruit. Well, thanks to the new update, it probably is. The new quantum lead creates 2 portals, which kind of work as a wormhole. Anyways, the portal loop should be vertical. So if I look up and press F, now that's a good portal loop. It's not useful or anything, but I do find it cool. Is it possible to never lose bounty points? Well, of course, you can be a Sigma male and never fight anybody. But what if you're grinding or hunting? If you die to an NPC or a player, you lose bounty points. But if you die by resetting, you won't lose any points. I think this might be the key to infinite bounty points. We're gonna take damage from an NPC. And now we reset. Let's go, we lost 0 bounty. And as expected, it should work with players. Yup, I keep my bounty. So if you reset before getting killed, you don't lose bounty. Experiment successful. When someone goes for a portal that isn't theirs, they take damage, especially NPCs. So I'm gonna try a clever way of grinding using only portals. Here's the plan. I'm gonna aggro a bunch of NPCs. Yeah, they don't look too happy. Now they're in a straight line, so we quantum leap behind them. Stand in front of a portal, and we're doing no damage. What? Then I realized my Blox Fruit isn't leveled up. Boom. Now we're dealing damage. All you need is the portal fruit and good coordination. How effective is AFK farming? We're gonna see how much money you can make off of this. The trick is to find a spot where you can hit the enemy, but the enemy can't hit you. This spot being a good example. Alright, so it's been about 2 minutes, and we made about 20,000 cash. That's about 600,000 an hour, or 14.4 million daily. So one of my friends messaged me, I bet it's impossible to get 40 levels in 20 minutes on an alt with 0 health. This bet seems intriguing, so why not try it out? As soon as the 20-minute boost ends, the challenge is finished. The first step is to always beat up the bandits. Quests are also essential. 5 levels in 1 minute. This may seem easy, but it gets exponentially harder. Finally level 10 in just 2 minutes. Time for the jungle. This is surprisingly peaceful. Unlike the rest of this challenge, time to beat up monkeys for cash. In Roblox, of course. We're halfway done, but the timer's catching up. Time for the last area. Wasting a whole minute to travel is annoying, but what's even more annoying is that the NPCs are not strong enough to kill me. We need 8 levels in 4 minutes, and dying a lot doesn't help. The final kill. Really? 40 levels in barely under 20 minutes. If you get 10 more levels, that's enough to roll a fruit, which helps farming fruits faster. When it comes to money, things like hunting, AFK farming, and grinding all come into play. But what about chest farming? Well, in the Skylands of the first sea, you can find a temple that has a lot of treasure inside. By breaking in, you can collect it. But let's see if it's faster than AFK farming by seeing how much we can make in 3 minutes. You gotta wait a long time for a chest to respawn, which is why server hopping is the way. In 3 minutes, we made $20,000. Definitely not as effective as AFK farming. If you think about it, chest farming takes more work, but it's way better for new players. I want to see if Blox Fruit's physics really make sense. When 2 objects collide, physics say there's an impact. The dough fruit has a move called Roller Donut, which makes you roll at a very fast speed. But what if 2 players use this and collide with one another? So I'm here with my friends to experiment this. Attempt 1. Yeah, that was a bad one. Second attempt, let's not mess this up.
Nope.
This is the one. And I expected that to happen. Seems like players don't glide, but buildings do. At the very minimum, we learned a valuable lesson. Never trust Blox Fruit's physics. We tested a total of 15 experiments, but there's one more I want to test, and that is if we can hit 500,000 this year. Subscribe to Player Part, and if we get 20k likes, I'll try out more experiments. But for now, that's a wrap. I have exactly 8 minutes to bust the craziest Blox Fruit's myths, basically solving the greatest mysteries of the game. Also, at 300k, I'll give away 30,000 Robux, so consider subscribing. It's free and it helps a ton. Enough of my talking, start the timer. Let's start off by comparing the fastest boat and the fastest fruit in the game, because apparently, the Light Fight is a tiny bit faster than the Enforcer boat, but there is only one way to bust that myth, and that is by doing a little race. They're both going pretty fast, so this will be pretty close. If you're seeing this correctly, the boat won by a small margin. I guess betting 350 Robux is worth it for the purpose of fast travel, so this myth is false. Imagine how strong you'll be if you hold 2 fruits at once. It's like having twice as much power, but sadly, you can't do that. But there's a myth going around. If you transform using a fruit, then switch your fruit, you are technically holding 2 fruits at once. So first, we're gonna transform with our Buddha fruit, and now we switch it.
Nope.
And it seems like the game won't let me. Myth busted. But let's try a different approach. Instead of buying from the shop, why not eat one physically?
Disable your transformation first.
Never mind, it's still false. XP is the most important thing on your journey from level 1 all the way to max level, but we all know, it takes ages to grind. Well, this next myth is sort of a cheat code. If you're a starter and you want levels, ask your friend to make bosses one-shot, and finally hit them to get XP. I'm pretty sure this myth is true, because I've tried it before. But to prove that it's real, first we're gonna make a new account. Next we join Blox Fruit. Now we join on my main, teleport to the boss area, get the boss to one-shot, and now for the final blow. And we got the XP. So if you're a low level, try getting your friends to do that. But if you're a pro, help out a friend. If you die while holding a fruit, you lose it. But if you die while eating a fruit, do you keep it? So my alt is not the most wealthy, so I'm gonna buy a fruit on my main. I've never gotten this one before. Next I'm gonna give it to my alt. Yeah, this plan won't work. You know what? It's time for a new plan. I'm gonna eat the fruit, then reset. And I still keep the abilities. So once you eat the fruit, it's pretty much safe in your pocket. So yeah, this myth is true. But it's probably best to store it to be safe. What is the best way to go from point A all the way to point B? Only by foot. And I mean no boats, no fruits, no races, or anything like that. Well, everybody knows that you can run, dash, and jump. But what if you do them all at once? Many have been saying that it's faster than doing both alone. So we're gonna do a little contest. We're gonna travel across the field. First by dashing alone. And now by jumping. Definitely not as fast. And finally doing both.
I'm no mathematician, but dash jumping is the best. All you need is a lot of energy, so this myth is true. With the Phoenix Fruits, you can enable regeneration flames, and it gives you a massive healing boost. But if you have many layers of flames, will you regenerate faster? To test the myth, I'm gonna do a simple little glitch, where you hold the ability, get on the ship, and get off, and now I keep my flames.
家看着呢。
来之不易的胜利。
别这么严肃，笑一个。
Are you all right, Elvis? I couldn't help noticing that Station Officer Steele and the guinea pig look a bit the same.
I know. Why don't we call our guinea pig, Steely?
Oh no, you mustn't do that. Station Officer Steele's first name, Norris, would be much better.
That's it. Hello, Norris. Yeah. Hi, Norris.
Oh, but
Come on, Elvis, before you have any other bright ideas.
The equipment check is one of our most important duties. No good having lots of equipment if it's not checked regularly.
I'll start bringing everything out, sir. Come on, Elvis.
We're back, Norris. Come and play, Norris. Norris! We left the door open. He's escaped. What's all this, Sarah? Our guinea pig, Mom. He's gone.
Well, he can't have gone far. I'll help you look. Just let me serve these customers.
He could be anywhere, Sarah.
We need help, James. Come on.
Elvis, you've got to help us.
Hang on, I'm just putting away the thermal imaging camera. It's a camera that can see through things. Isn't that brilliant?
Elvis, Norris the guinea pig.
You shouldn't have called him that.
He's gone. Escaped from his cage. We've got to find him quick.
Find him?
How does it work?
The instructions say it picks up anything that's warm, even if it's hidden behind a wall.
It's fun.
Hello, Elvis. Ooh, what a fancy bit of equipment.
Don't mind me, Bronwyn.
Let's try downstairs.
Not here. Oh, here.
There he is, behind the freezer.
Let's move it away from the wall. I'll just unplug it.
He's gone down that hole. He must be under the floor.
Oh dear. I think we're going to need more equipment.
So, that's the jaws of life checked, and the lounge floor.
And the fiber optic camera.
What's my balls for doing?
There, out at last. Now back to the station.
Not looking forward to washing Jupiter and Venus, Sam. They're the luckiest they've ever been.
Are you down yet, Moose? Not quite.
But that's all the rope there is.
Oh, no! Can we pull him back up?
He's a bit too heavy for that.
Idol pag-shout out, comment sa Raya.
这太棒了！
My classmate is Kariba. Can you lead the elements in the Kuhan? Thank you. As a joke, Lodging and Akko and Katago. This is my favorite spot, Star Courtyard. Let's just wait until my mag report. It's important to survive until the end. Dadai. The session observes our and the details. Let's hide again. Another place to hide. Pool area.
What?
This bullet is your ticket to hell!
Hello everyone. Please like and subscribe. Madman can't sabotage or use the vent. A young mad kill now, and M is
Ako nasa hall ako ng report, so hindi ko alam kung sino yung pumasok sa tower namin. sa skill yung mga niya si Mai. Kasi sa kanila sa niya pero personal skill na. Ewan ko kung sino sa tayo. Pero kasi yung sa shooter, ako sa sa mga yung mga skill yung sa 7 kan. So yung skill na.
Everyone decided to skip. Thank you for watching.
My house, my rule.
Let thunder breach the darkness.
Joke's on you!
And whose heart are we stealing today?
I am the one true God.
Thanks to all my knights.
About Bluey is the connection between episodes, even if they're released years apart. For instance,
ready to hunt?
The episode The Pool, there's a reference to the episode Cinema. When Bluey, Bingo, and Bandit go to the movies, they want to watch the movie. Reference to the episode Cinema. When Bluey, Bingo, and Bandit go to the movies,
breach the darkness.
A little pink monkey who goes on a journey of discovery to overcome his fears. And over 20 episodes later, when Bingo and Bluey decide to switch rooms, if you look closely, you'll see a drawing of the same little pink monkey on the floor. Even makes a representation of the mountain the little chimp had to overcome during the movie. This is a way for the youngest healer to remember the adventures they all had that day watching the monkey movie. Details like this make Bluey's show so special. That's why we've got many more to show you now. Incredibly, there are several details the creators hope fans never notice. But even so, we've noticed that throughout the seasons, some changes happen to various characters in the show. For example, one that caught our attention that practically no one noticed is that the design of Bluey's youngest cousin changed. Socks got her name precisely because on her paws, we can see she has small stripes above the lighter spots, as if they were socks, hence her name. But as the character grew and started walking on two legs, note that the stripes she had on all four paws simply disappeared, indicating that the puppy's design underwent a subtle modification that few people noticed. But actually, this isn't exclusive to Socks, because the same thing happened with other characters too. Like future seasons, her design is different. Now she has brown spots on both sides of her face. We all know Bluey has some fixed Easter eggs, like the long dogs, but we also know the Blue Puppy Show is full of Easter eggs and references to other shows and games. And you can notice that one of them appears again in the episode The Pool. In it, the girls decide that each of them will have their own room. And when Bandit and Chili tuck the girls in, and when Bingo is saying goodnight to all the family members, note that among the toys and plushies, there's an Among Us. That's right, that same character from the online survival game that became a phenomenon. There's an Among Us. That's right, that same character from the online survival game that became a phenomenon a few years ago. We even want to thank George, our subscriber online survival game that became girls in. When Bingo is saying goodnight to all the family members, note that among the toys and plushies, there's an Among Us. That's right, that same character from the online survival game that became a phenomenon a few years ago. We even want to thank George, our subscriber, for sending us this reference he noticed while watching the episode. You're the man, George, and if you also notice any cool detail or curiosity in Bluey, put it in here in the comments and we can show it in a future video. As we mentioned, one of the coolest things about Bluey is seeing characters reappearing after a long time. In the episode Market, we meet the pony creator and her two little animals, Biscuit and Buttermilk. This episode happens almost halfway through the first season. We only see the same character and their beloved ponies much later in the third season. One of these times is in the episode Past the Parcel, when she appears at Muffin's birthday, accompanied only by Buttermilk. If you also think animals like Biscuit and Buttermilk are very cute, comment down below. #pony. I don't know about you, but just like Bluey and Indy, I like Buttermilk more. And we can also see these folks another time, but in the episode Curry Quest, right at the end of it. She is once again participating in the fair, and this time she is accompanied by both Biscuit and Buttermilk in the background of the scene. In fact, many people never noticed, but did you notice that both Biscuit and Buttermilk are dressed up every time the little ponies appear? While Buttermilk has a unicorn costume, complete with a little horn and all, we can see that Biscuit is dressed as another mythological creature, the Pegasus. She even has a small pair of wings, as we can notice. Going back to the same scene from the end of Curry Quest, when looking at the pony lady, we can notice some really cool things that few people noticed. Besides the lady who takes care of the ponies, we can see that 2 characters reappear. We're talking about Mia and Captain, Bluey and Mackenzie's 2 older friends, whom we meet in the 2nd season. Already in that episode, we could see that something was going on between the 2 12-year-old buddies, and now in this ending of the 3rd season episode, we can see that it seems like they're getting closer and closer. Honestly, I think the relationship between the 2 is only a matter of time. Moreover, we can see that Rusty and Jack rush by with camouflage paint on their faces, which indicates that even on weekends, the 2 friends usually play Army too. This is definitely Jack's favorite game, and if I were to guess, I'd say he'll serve when he's older, just like Rusty's dad. And really, it seems like Jack has a lot of speed, since Rusty can't catch up with his friend. Since we talked about Bluey's classmates, another interesting thing we can notice involves the school the kids attend. We can see that the location of the little puppy's school is very wooded and full of spaces for play. Therefore, everything indicates that it's a bit far away, like a rural area. And because of that, if you're attentive, you'll notice that at times a little chicken can be seen wandering around the school in some episodes, indicating they might have a small chicken coop nearby. Now, we're going to give you some great advice. Click down below on the subscribe button and join our team of cartoon and animation movie fans. This way, you won't miss our upcoming videos. Surely the character with the most girlfriends in the entire Bluey series is Cornelius, Winton's dad. Despite not having the looks of a heartthrob, the English Bulldog must have some qualities, since, as we know, the stud is already on his 4th relationship, at least, and the explanation for this may be much simpler than we can imagine. In fact, Cornelius has so many girlfriends because he simply looks identical to a big Hollywood actor in Bluey's Canine universe. If you look closely, you'll notice that on one of the posters we see at the cinema is a character who plays a detective in some successful police movie. Without a doubt, resembling someone famous worldwide opens some doors and sparks interest where you least expect it. Since Winton's dad isn't dumb, he takes advantage of the situation. Returning to the episode Market, we see that our protagonist receives a $5 note from her dad. And, as you already know very well, it's a replica of the Australian $5 note, which is also pink. But the coolest thing about it is that we see an adaptation of the image of the Queen of England, who was alive at the time, on the bill. The canine version of then Queen Elizabeth wasn't drawn by chance. This is because the breed used to represent the sovereign of England was exactly the Welsh Corgi. This was the Queen's favorite dog breed, and she had over 30 copies of this breed in the palace where she lived since her youth. Now talking about the $10 note, which we also see at a certain point in the episode Market, we see another person featured on it. When Honey's mom pays the vegetable stand girl, we can see that the person on the note is a very famous personality in Australia, the poet and composer Andrew Banjo Patterson, who is also on the same real-world $10 note. Andrew became very famous for creating folk songs. The dog is used to portray the poet to be a dingo, a type of Australian wild dog. Let's now talk about a very curious detail we noticed at the beginning of the same episode. While Bandit is having his breakfast and reading the newspaper, note that under the table there's a stuffed carrot toy. This little toy seems to be a reference to one of the advertising characters of the Aldi supermarket chain, initially created for the company's Christmas ads. This mascot's name is Kevin, the carrot, created in 2016. Since the chain is well known in Australia, which is Bluey's land, it makes a lot of sense for this reference to really be the supermarket chain's mascot. Now, speaking of interconnected Bluey episodes, have you noticed that the episode Christmas Swim and the episode The Doctor are interconnected? In The Doctor, we see the kids pretending they're in a hospital, and Bingo is the doctor in charge of attending to all the people present there, including Lucky, Honey, Snickers, Indy, and even Rusty. That said, going now over 50 episodes later, when almost the entire Healer family is gathered at Stripe's house to open their Christmas presents, we see that the gift Bingo got is none other than a doctor's kit. This is a reference to the episode released many years before. Man, that's so cool. So, watching Bluey goes far beyond its stories and lessons. Every detail of the show is simply amazing. amazing, and I love finding each one of them. We're sure you enjoyed it too, just as we know you'll enjoy watching these videos we've exclusively selected for you. They're popping up on your screen now. Choose the one you like the most and stick around with us.
Justice ain't gonna dispense itself. My plan after revenge. My plan after revenge. My revenge will never end.
我看到了你的命运。 你现在是我的了。
got some scouting to do. Let thunder breach the darkness.
We will not fear the puny imposter.
Let thunder breach the darkness.
上可9天揽月，下可。